Dave, you have a veteran line. What more can you put, like, how much more in depth can you go with your teaching and expectations when you have everybody back from one year to the next?
Well, I had several individual conversations with those kids at different points, particularly later in the year. And, the question was, should I come back? Is it worth it for me to come back? And the answer was yes, and because I feel like we've done more than scratch the surface, but we can improve everybody's game. And, right now, it's like when you're a freshman, you take 100 level classes, sophomore, 200 level, and we're kind of working at the graduate level right now. And, I think we can take them, well, not that the fundamentals change, we can become better fundamentally. Those are, day one, 100 level classes. But, when I say we can take it further, schematically from an understanding standpoint for sure, and build on what we've done here for the last 3 years with these kids. And then I think with all of them individually, we can improve all of them fundamentally, technique-wise, and I think we still have a long way to go. I really do. And that's that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, and it's not a slight by any stretch. I think that this crew, Marcus Minor's only been with me a year. Owen's only been a 1-year starter up to this point. Carter Warren is a guy whose skill set is the ceiling is so high for him. And you got Jake Cradle, who's dinged up a little bit right now. Blake Zabovic, we can improve his game, and he started. A lot of people don't realize he started the last 6 games of the year. And so did Matt Consalves when Hoy was hurt. So we've got a lot of guys who have played. Some guys haven't played a ton of ball, but I think the ceiling for us is still very high. So I think, in short, to answer the question, I think we can take them a long way yet.
With that process of building, year after year, does it hit any bit of a hitch or a hiccup when you're getting a brand new offense?
No, not really. I mean, a lot of what we're doing, these kids did in 2018 as freshmen and redshirt freshmen. Now, a lot of them weren't on the field for us, but and even with Coach Whipple here, we had a lot of these concepts installed. We just didn't use them very much because it's relative to the run game, because we were a throw first team. And when we ran the ball, it was generally, when we really wanted to run the ball, was in the second half. So we've run a lot of the same concepts. The thing that Frank had said to me is that I don't want to change anything you're doing up front as far as your techniques, your calls. He said that's your baby, you take it. So I've just really incorporated everything we've done over the last few years as far as our calls and our techniques, and just incorporated it into his offense, which, it's like, okay, fellas, this one is called, last year we called it apples, this year we're calling it bananas, so it's been a very smooth transition for us.
What's it say about your guys? They all want to come back together.
Well, I think it says a lot about the culture of this team. I think it says a lot about the culture of this room, and frankly how Coach Narduzzi runs the program, and I think they feel really good about the coaching that they get. So I was really excited about it, and I think it says most about the culture and what this team is all about, and how they're treated every day, and how they feel about the program. So I felt really good about that piece of it.
I know you said that Frank's letting you guys stay kind of who you are and stick to that kind of offensive line work, but you guys closed out a lot of teams in the second half last year, especially Clemson, a physical group. Now, Mark just told us how excited he is to maybe do some more run blocking all throughout the game. How does that change your approach and how you guys talk about being a 4-quarter team that might be running the ball that much more?
Well, that process is really it's kind of a pound the rock sort of mentality, in that sometimes the rock's not going to crack on the first couple of hits, and the run game, to me, the run game is about getting your pads set, knowing how the defense is trying to play you, the movement of the front relative to the pressures that they bring. And so it takes a little time for them to start to feel that. And I think that we'll find out that as the game goes, I think we'll get stronger and stronger. At least that's my hope. My message to them as we started spring, and I reinforced that today, is our defense is pretty good against the run. I mean, they're one of the top defenses in the country against the run. And if we can run the ball relatively well against our defense, I feel pretty good about what we'll be able to do during the season. And honestly, the last 4 years, we've really struggled running the ball against our defense. And and when we get it, so you go into the season and you're kind of not sure how it's going to all turn out. And we've been able to run the ball. So we'll have to be a 4-quarter team, and I think on top of that, I think I'll have more guys that I can play this year. So I don't have to play Carter Warren 95 snaps. So I think we'll have people that we can play, and we can be fresher in the fourth quarter, and really have a chance to really close teams out, hopefully.
Pat Torres.
This is the last one.
No, I just asked him to.
What have you seen from Izzy this spring so far?
Izzy's a really dynamic runner. He's got speed, he can break tackles, and he hits the hole so fast. I think you can feel his confidence when he runs the ball. More so, last year was, you could tell there was some indecision for him. This spring, he's been very confident, and I think that's true of all of our backs. They've all, honestly, I don't really know until I watch the film who's carrying the ball. I don't really pay attention to it, and all three of them honestly look the same to me. They're having a great spring so far, but and all of them can break tackles, and that's the thing I see with Izzy. He's such a powerful runner. He's got speed, but he's such a powerful runner that he's a hard guy to deal with.
Coach,